What's up, freaks and geeks, and welcome to episode 48 of The Good, the Bad, and the Freaky. Ian and I are here in the Freakopolis Geekery comic book section, as always, and we have a bunch of awesome topics for this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Freaky.
Yeah, this week we're talking The Punisher, Star Trek, The Anomaly 2, The Rubicon, Dark Ark, and a bunch of other awesome stuff.
Let's get right into it with my good this week. It feels like it's been years since we first heard about the new Star Trek series, which is coming out. And of course, after delays, dismissals, firings, it's finally here this Sunday. I believe at 8:30 it is premiering on CBS. That is, of course, Star Trek Discovery, which has had a lot of buzz recently, and I personally am very excited for.
You're not the only one. People in our community have been just going crazy hyping this up for months now, so everyone's very excited to see what comes of it.
And we finally have the first impressions. There was a blue carpet premiere last night, which all the Hollywood bigwigs and personalities and reviewers got to go to and see the first two episodes. And overall, the response has been really positive.
Awesome.
Which is exciting. I know Grant Imahara, who, of course, from Mythbusters and is a huge Trekkie, gave it pretty glowing reviews. They say the special effects and especially the makeup is really well done. But it still feels like Star Trek, which I think a lot of fans will be excited to hear.
Very cool. I know a lot of people had concerns about it veering towards more like an action drama, and if it retains some of those Star Trek elements while also throwing in something new, I think I'll really love it.
Apparently it is pretty action-packed. They saw the first two episodes, but still there's a lot of character work and lore/backstory involved in these first two episodes. Yeah, and it sounds like the fans that got to see the first two are very excited for the third. Maybe the second one leaves off on a bit of a cliffhanger or something of that nature. So we're very excited to see it this Sunday. Star Trek is a huge part of Freakopolis. We have a bunch of fans here. We can't wait to follow up on this. So, keep an eye out. If you get the chance to check it out, let us know what you think.
Definitely something to look forward to.
And you have some more sci-fi as you're good, right?
Actually, I'm talking The Punisher that just came out. Yeah, we caught the Punisher trailer that just released this morning, right?
That's right.
And it blew me away in more ways than one. It was freaking crazy. Some of the best editing I've ever seen out of the Marvel Netflix department, as far as a trailer goes. Really killer. It gives hints as to what the Punisher will be dealing with in this season and like what he's dealt with in the past, without revealing too much about the plot, which is really good. In fact, it had minimal dialogue at best. So it also really carried through with the music. That is what took me away in this. It is timed up with a Metallica song, which is very fitting for the Punisher. Absolutely kind of a rage-filled dude. The Metallica just went right along with it. And every gunshot is synced up with a percussion beat, and that just keeps me like, I was on the edge of my seat watching this thing as the music built up and just, it was crazy.
The editing was very exciting. We also have a sense now that this probably takes place in between sort of Daredevil Season 2 and The Defenders, when Daredevil was taking his break due to the appearance of certain characters that were hinted at towards the end of Daredevil Season 2. But this is a much larger look at the brutal nature, I think, this show is
definitely the most brutal thing Marvel Netflix has ever put out, and probably Marvel in general.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood, there was a lot of guns, very intense, execution style stuff. But,
looks like quite a rampage, and in fact, we all noted that it had some similarities to kind of John Wick's fighting style throughout, which I don't mind at all.
No, definitely. I think it took a lot of inspiration from that, at least it seems so. But yeah, very excited for this. I think we can both say that pretty confidently. John Bernthal did an amazing job in Daredevil Season 2. This should be also...
Now he's back.
Continuing that legacy. So, very exciting. Check that out. It was just released this morning. And if you get the chance to see it, let us know what your thoughts are. We can move on to our bads, though. It's always the bummer part of the show, but we feel the need to let you guys know. My bad this week is a comic that I've really come to love. Another Star Trek property. Star Trek Mirror Broken #4 has been delayed again. Yeah. So it was supposed to come out next week. It's been delayed another 2 weeks until October 11th. This is a book that's been really amazing so far, but it really has struggled to hit those deadlines. It was delayed throughout the summer a couple of times for like up to a month, and now we're getting the next issue delayed again.
That is sad to hear. It's really good art and a pretty crazy story throughout with this mirror enterprise and a really pretty crazy, terrible crew.
Yeah, it follows the next generation mirror universe crew, so of the Terran Empire. It follows Picard in his quest to get his hands on the newest, baddest ship in the Empire, the Enterprise. Of course, his flagship property. But I don't know if it was the art, or maybe it's some sort of bureaucratic decisions. Maybe it's coming down from CBS all the way, or maybe it's IDW. But they just really struggled to get these books out on time, which is really disappointing.
It is. I wish it was here right now, because I'd be reading it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll move on to my bad, and that is some more sci-fi news, which we've racked this one up with. The Orville is making the move to Thursday nights, and Seth MacFarlane's new lighthearted sci-fi series that we've been discussing in the past is moving already to a new night in the week, which is hopefully it bodes better than worse for the show, as Thursday nights are generally pretty good for television. But when a new show makes that jump so soon, it generally doesn't work out too well.
Yeah, it is weird. It seemed like it was, killing it in the ratings on Sunday nights. I've been enjoying it pretty well. Critical reception is meh, but it's a lot of people have been watching it. And you never know if those people will follow when a show changes nights.
Yeah, so if you do want to catch it Thursday night on Fox, that's the way to go.
Tomorrow night.
Going from Sunday to Thursday is quite the jump, though, and I'm hoping it has enough of a cult following already to just kind of make that move with no complaints.
It makes me wonder if it's due to the fact that I think going forward, Jon Favreau is no longer the director.
Right.
Of course, big, huge Hollywood name on the first 2 episodes, awesome. Maybe we're losing some of that magic in these next few episodes. It could also be due to the fact that, as we said earlier, Star Trek Discovery premieres this Sunday.
Right.
And those seem like they would be competing pretty heavily.
That would be a conflicting demographic, for sure.
So, it's too bad. We'll definitely keep an eye on it, and, maybe the quality won't suffer at all, and maybe it's still a huge hit, which would be awesome. We'll move on to our freakies. My freaky is very freaky, and it's the cause of us wearing these very cool Aftershock shirts. That is, of course, Dark Ark #1. Straight from the Masters of the Edge, Aftershock Comics comes Dark Ark, written by one of the most prolific writers in comics today, Cullen Bunn. He puts out an incredible amount of work every month.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he has a number of books with Aftershock, and this just continues that legacy, which has been really strong so far. Dark Ark follows the counterpart to Noah's Ark, of course, from the biblical Genesis, Book of Genesis. This time, it is a sorcerer servant of Satan who harbors all the mythical creatures, good and bad, of pre-world Earth.
That's a pretty freaky plot, for sure. Like a dark variation of the Noah's Ark story.
Yeah, essentially, it's got a weird pitch. But I was all about it, man, and I really enjoyed this book. You see a few different stories sort of woven through this first issue, including like a chimera who is sort of king of the Ark, as it were. You see unicorns who sort of don't feel in place here because it's a lot of monsters and things, and they're like these, wonderful magical creatures. And of course, we see the family living on the Ark, the humans, who are struggling to sort of find a place and they don't quite know how to feel about their mission. So
that's pretty crazy. You can always count on Aftershock to throw really original ideas at you. They've been putting out some great stuff, and their lineup is only getting better.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, this is another strong addition to their lineup. Really enjoyed it. Cullen Bunn, a master of that horrific stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he definitely brings it in this. I found to be really enjoyable.
Cool. That's an awesome partnership. So, my freaky is Anomaly 2, the Rubicon, something we've been hearing about for quite some time. In fact, we saw it showed off in Chicago when we went on that trip, and it definitely caught our eye. But it's pretty much a really beautiful, captivating science fiction graphic novel, obviously a bit wider than the standard. It kind of has a Mass Effect vibe to it, with a lot of alien species and planets that they visit. But the incredible thing about this book is it has a sweet augmented reality app that you can use on any smart device, and it really brings out a lot on the pages, makes it pop right out at you, and brings a level of interactivity to these books that I haven't seen before.
That's right, you had a chance to try it out earlier today.
Yeah,
right?
check it out. Hey everyone, Ian here at the Freakopolis Geekery, and we are checking out the really awesome augmented reality features of Anomaly 2, the Rubicon. So Anomaly comes with a cool companion app that contains all sorts of stuff like lore and allows you to do incredible augmented reality 3D models on top of what looks like a normal comic book panel. You throw an iPad in front of it and you have awesome interactable 3D models that you can look at from any angle. So that's the whiz there. We have another example further along in the brochure. And it just pops up instantly the second you're looking at the panels. A sick spaceship just blasting on through our comic section. So Anomaly 2 obviously has some cool interactive features. If you even just look at the front page of Anomaly, the cover, you get this sweet quadrimillipede who will blast around to wherever you point them to. So it's got some pretty advanced tech inside this book that makes it really interesting to flip each page, and as a standalone book, it's an incredible, beautiful sci-fi story, and along with this app, it makes it like nothing we've ever seen before. So good on Anomaly, check this book out for sure.
So yeah, this is Anomaly 2, the Rubicon. Something very different than what we normally carry, but super cool. I love that these guys are pushing the envelope in sort of graphic storytelling.
Yeah, super cool stuff.
And the art's amazing.
And it's a good price. $49.99 for such a huge graphic novel is definitely below the standard, I'd say, so they're doing well there too.
So that's in stores this week.
It is.
We have a couple copies. We'll probably do some demos if you guys want to swing by and check out what the augmented reality looks like in person. Down to the Freakopolis Geekery. We'll be here and more than happy to show you the really cool stuff that they're doing inside Anomaly 2. And that'll do it for this week's The Good, the Bad, and the Freaky. Thank you guys for joining us so much. If you have good, bad, or freaky in this week's pop culture news, let us know in the comments below. But in the meantime, we hope to see you at the Freakopolis Geekery sometime soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.